All right. Just like I promised, interview number 2, Spotlight 39 live starts now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. We got new content, we got new live episodes every single day. Let's blow this thing up. Comment down below, tell me who you want to have on the show. And if you comment during this live broadcast, I can bring your little comments up, so we can see them on the screen. Now that that's out the way, man, let's get into the fun part. Let's talk about you. Let's learn a little bit about who you are, right? Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do. We'll go from there. Floor is yours, my man.
I'm Grayson Dexter. I'm from Bradley, Illinois. I play football. I'm a tight end and defensive end.
Okay, class of
No.
22, defensive end, tight end, right? So you play a little bit of
Yes,
this,
sir.
a little bit of that. Are you on the offensive side, or are you more on the defensive side, or do you have a nice mix between the two?
I like to say I have a nice mix. Last year it was more defense. I think this year is going to be a little bit more offense.
Okay, good deal, man. So look, I'm gonna hand the floor over to my man Jordan. I'm asking Prep Red Zone joining me every Tuesday. Let's get it going. What you got for him,
Yes,
Jordan?
sir. All right, so Illinois didn't have a season yet. It starts in like 2 weeks or so. So what have you been doing since what is it, end of November from last season until now to improve on your skill set and kind of getting ready for this season coming up?
Well, I've been working with a trainer for I want to say almost 2 years now. Just basic strength stuff. Go 2 days a week. Our school has 3 days a week lifting, and I lift every day that I go to school. And then I started doing more speed and agility stuff because I want to be more versatile because I'm getting stronger. I get faster too. I like to work out on my own a lot. Me and my friend always go to the gym as much as we can. And I play a little bit of basketball too, but that's not really what we're
Okay,
talking
okay.
about.
So let's do this, man. So being in Illinois, right? Have you play on the defensive line at least a little bit? Have you linked up with my guys from Fist Football?
We've been talking a lot, but we haven't really done any sessions together. But I do plan on getting with them probably this summer.
Okay, and word through the grapevine is you were just at an event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to see what they have to offer over at the line, right? They had a big showcase in Wisconsin. My man Jordan was there. Got some great film, some great conversations with some really talented young men. So super happy that you got to experience that. Hopefully you get to link up with them guys, man. I know Coach Solomon. I've had him on the show. Had a handful of the guys from the academy, man. They do real big things. Represent themselves incredibly well. By no means is this a paid promotion, man. I just got love for what they got going on. So shout out to Fist Football Academy, Coach Solomon, everybody over there. Keep doing what you do. Back to you, Jordan. What you got for him?
Now, you play tight end, DN. What do you feel are your biggest strengths at each position, and what do you feel like you can work on for each position?
For the tight end spot, I feel like I'm really adaptable. I can run block, I can pass block, I can go out and catch a pass or anything. In my opinion, I don't think anybody can guard me, but that's just me. Definitely something I can work on. I definitely want to work on my speed. I've been working on it for a long time. Getting fast out of my breaks, my route running, all of that, and then just building more strength so I can go head to head with these D linemen.
Okay. So what about on you said on the defensive side? What's that looking like?
I think strengths, just getting off the tackle and getting to the ball. I definitely want to work more on pass rushing moves, getting skinny around the tackle. Definitely getting my sacks numbers up this
Okay.
season.
So let me ask you this, right? So anybody that's in your corner helping you perfect your craft, right? Whether that be your high school coaches, any coaches, coordinator, trainers, anybody that's really in your corner helping you do what you do, man. If I were to talk to any one of those folks, what do you think they would say is your number one strength that really makes you stand out compared to the guy beside
I would probably have to say my work ethic. I'm always ready to work. I'm never a complainer. Whenever they tell me you got to be here, I'm there. Whatever they tell me you got to do, I do.
you? Okay. So let's take that. Let's flip it, right? What do you think they would say is your biggest opportunity?
Uh, yeah. From their
Explosiveness, footwork,
perspective,
you know, hands. What do you got?
Uh, well, I do got great hands. I think they would say the same thing with speed. I think
Okay.
they want me to get a little bit faster.
Okay. So have you had a clock 40 semi recently, or what's the
Uh,
last 40 that you ran?
I want to say we ran run at our school before we took a break for like winter, and yeah, I think that's the last one I ran.
Okay. Do you remember what the clock speed was, give or take? I'm just
Um,
curious on where you're at now, and then where what your goal is, what your end goal.
I think it was 5 flat, 5-1 that range.
Okay. And where do you want to be? What's your end goal?
By the time I graduate, probably like a 4.85. I want to
Okay.
say around there.
I think that's super obtainable, right? You still got the rest of this year and then obviously senior year. Fingers crossed the world gets back to normal, right? So my
Yeah,
man
hopefully.
my man Jordan's been following you for a little while, right? Obviously you guys, have some form of relationship. What would you say are some of his biggest strengths, man, based on your findings? What do you think really makes him stand out?
I
Well,
definitely think
Oh,
him
no,
being
no.
open
Hold
and
on for a second. Jumping the gun. That's from my man Jordan. He's about to hype you up.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, I could talk about Jordan all day. That's my boy.
well, no, at DN, he can, shed the block and get in the backfield pretty quickly and make that tackle, get the QB pressure. Even if he doesn't get the sack, he still influences the ball getting thrown, maybe too early or have to have an errant throw. For tight end, he can block with the run and pass, and he can also catch the ball. I guess sign of players that come to mind in the NFL would be kind of like a Gronkowski or like a Travis Kelsey type of player that
Hold on,
can
hold on.
do.
So you're comparing my guy to the top, the most
Listen,
elite, the best of the
listen.
best, right? You sure this is your boy, right? He's hyping you up right now. Nah, go
You
ahead,
know,
man.
well, no, like he can do both, right? He can, pass block, he can run block, and he can catch at tight end. And when he catches the ball, he just runs people over. Like he said, his biggest kind of weakness, so to speak, that he needs to work on is his speed. But besides that, he's a good overall player that, with further development and honing his craft, he'll easily play D2, maybe even D1 football.
Let's do it, right? That's the goal. So let's do this, man. Let's see if you're as talented in the classroom as you are on the field. What's them grades looking like?
Well, right now I got a 3.4 GPA,
My man.
so I take uh, I take classing very seriously.
Good deal, man. Have you taken the SET yet?
No, we just taking PSATs and stuff.
Okay, good deal, good deal. So we got the grades. Obviously, my man Jordan speaks highly of you. You speak very highly of yourself. I like it. So, with all that equals the recruiting process, man. So, class of 22, junior, we still got a little bit of time, man. COVID's got some things kind of crazy, kind of cuckoo, right? So, what does your recruiting process look like? How's it been going for you?
I've been talking like a lot of coaches. I've had like one virtual visit and
Okay.
then two in-person visits to two D3 schools.
Yeah, so when you say virtual visit, man, I just learned, the inside point of view of what a virtual visit was last night. Because I assumed, a virtual visit was, hey, let's jump on a Zoom call with the coaching staff, let's hype it up, right? But apparently, at least at the University of Maryland, Coach Locks and his team, boy, they take virtual to a whole nother level, and it feels like you were literally walking through the campus, showed you, the cafeteria and the locker room, like, was that a similar situation for what your virtual visit looked like?
Yeah, it was a lot of like touring, trying to get the best view you can get. Obviously, you can't see a whole lot when
Yeah.
you're over the computer. And then talking about standards that they go through. The school I was looking at was WashU, very academically, like they take it very seriously, and very family like.
Ah, man, that's cool. So, yeah, I was just curious on what that virtual visit looked like because I've been seeing it blow up on my Twitter feed. Thanks for the virtual visit. And I'm like, man, what do you gain from a virtual visit? But apparently, it feels like you're there without being there. Considering the times, unless you live in Texas, right? You ain't got nothing going on. But you live in Texas, boy. Look, you might be going to see a movie tomorrow. Everything's opening back up, right? So, but look, nonetheless, man, I appreciate you sharing that. Hopefully, this gains you some additional exposure. Hopefully, the coaches that have you on their radar, they can look back at this conversation and gain a little bit more knowledge about who you are, and more specifically, who you are as a person. And that's exactly where we're going with this next segment, man. And this is a great chance for you to tell us who you are outside of the game. So when you're not working out, when you're not playing football, when you're not playing a video game related to football, right? Man, when you're not dreaming about football, what do, man? You're still a high school kid. You got a lot of life to live. What are you involved with? What do you like to do? Are you a sneakerhead? Do you listen to a lot of music? What do you got going on, man?
Well, you kind of hit it on the head. I do like collecting sneakers. I do listen to a lot of music.
Okay.
But I like to say I'm not really into social media too much. I very stay in my own lane. Don't really worry about too much.
Unless
I
it's
worry about the
Twitter, right?
people. Twitter, like anything really. I really don't
Look, man, you
focus
need
too
to be on
much on
that
what's
Twitter
going
though.
on there.
Twitter's where all those eyes are, man. If you don't do anything from here on out, man, I can't stress the importance of what Twitter does for recruiting. I don't know about anything else, but recruiting is the end all be all avenue, man. That's where all the eyes are. So, public service announcement. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
Uh, I like to say I'm pretty quiet, but when I get around my friends, I like to turn to like the class clown type of kid.
Not you,
I
man.
like to
You
make,
can't tell that.
I like, I like to make people laugh. The laugh brings joy, obviously. Very homebound. Love my family. Love to be around them.
Good deal.
Uh, I play basketball in my free time. Just a more fun way of conditioning. I would like to think about it really.
Cool, man. So I'm gonna rewind it, right? So at the beginning, you said, I hit it on the head, right? So you like sneakers, right? What's your go-to? What's the go-to pair right now? Like if you were to
Ooh,
scoop a new pair and put it on StockX, what would it be?
man. I was really eyeing some 11 Space Jams.
Oh,
Uh,
take it back.
those are probably the ones right now.
Okay, I like those, man. Look, those came out originally when I was a kid. You know what I mean? They were one of my favorites. Those and then the bread 11s, man, they were hard to come by, right? They were the go tos. But look, man, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna hand it back to my man Jordan. I'm gonna let him ask you a few additional questions before I close out this interview, man. So what do you got for him, Jordan?
You're talking about your music. What is your go-to song, or maybe even kind of go-to playlist before you get ready for a game?
Oh, he took it there.
Those songs, I don't know if I can break it down to one song,
Or
but
even a playlist.
I made a kind of like a throwback playlist to some like
Let's hold on. You said throwback. How far do we throw it back? Go ahead, bring it back.
well, for me, throwback is like 2010s to like 2008 range around there. That's throwback for me.
So if we go back to 2008, 2010, right? That time frame. What what tracks are what's your go-to track, man? I'm curious.
I gotta listen to some Keisha and some Fergie and stuff. Those,
Oh. Oh.
you know, but then
My
got
man,
thrown some
he didn't go
Eminem.
Yin Yang Twins or Lil Jon, right? He said I want some Fergie. Like, oh, that boom boom
Hey,
pow.
hey, working on listening to some Fergie,
I
it's
mean, if
kind of
that's
a
your
hit. I'm not
workout, that's
gonna
your
lie.
workout, man. Look, I'm not gonna knock the hustle, but I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna close it out with the same question I do every single time. And that's what motivates and what drives you to want to wake up tomorrow and be that much more successful than you were today.
Definitely making my future easier on me. Like if I work hard now, it will be easier as I keep going. My family really motivates me. They work hard to give me the best opportunities I can. People around me, they motivate me as well. They influence me to do better. I try to surround myself with people who I think work really hard. So, and my coach' favorite line is "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." I definitely take that very serious. Uh, yeah, I always hang out with athletes. They always work really hard, so it makes me want to work even harder.
That's it, man. Look, so as long as you keep that hunger inside, I say it all the time, man. As long as you're hungry, as humans, what are we going to do? We're going to continue to eat, man. So do just that. Continue to do what you do. Continue to work on your craft, perfect your craft. Stay safe, stay healthy. Good luck in your upcoming season. For all the the viewers out there, subscribe, share, blow this thing up, man. Let's get this young man the exposure that he deserves. I'm Rob Odie. This is Spotlight 39. We're only halfway through. We got another one coming to you in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Let's go. Spotlight 39 live. Coming right back.